which last week closed its merger with a SPAC, began trading at the New York Stock Exchange and the ticker symbol HYLN. Thanks so much for being with us, Thomas. That looks great. What are you doing there? Congratulations. An exciting day for you, right?
It's a surreal day. We had the ability to ring the opening bell today at the New York Stock Exchange. We've got some of our electrified trucks sitting out here in front of the exchange. One of our actual customer trucks, Wegmans, is here with us today as well. And we're able to showcase some of our technology to the world.
I love it. I love when you could be there in the entertainment square. It looks so great. The truck looks super. You're in a highly competitive market, electric vehicles. Why now with the SPAC? Are you happy with the way you've hit the New York Stock Exchange in force at this time?
You hit the nail on the head. It's an exciting time in the commercial vehicle space. The industry knows it's shifting towards electrification. There are a couple of other players that are focused on this as well, including Tesla and Nikola. And the unique thing is that all of us are focused on electrification, but we're all bringing the technology forward in a little bit different of a way. Nikola is bringing hydrogen fuel cell. Tesla is bringing plug-in electric to the grid. Hyliion is bringing fully electric trucks, but they actually use renewable natural gas to recharge the batteries. And so this SPAC transaction allows us to really move into volume commercialization and have the funds we need in order to get this out to more fleets.
And you have the ability to move vehicles forward. It's not just building an electric vehicle from scratch, like you said, fully electric with renewables, but also you have a way to transition something that's older. Is that correct? Tell me more.
You're correct. So the vehicles behind me, the one right behind me is a Freightliner, the one behind that is a Volvo. And so what Hyliion does is actually reinvents the powertrain of the vehicle, but then we take that and we put it into the existing trucks that are already out there. And so we're not reinventing the whole chassis and vehicle from the ground up. We're just doing the electric powertrain part of it, which allows us to work with the other existing truck OEMs and really revolutionize the part of the truck that needs new technology, right? And that's the powertrain. That's what consumes fuel.
Okay, congratulations to you, by the way. I mean, I would be remiss. I don't want to leave it to the end and then forget it. Thomas, you are, breaking world records on your own, just alone, because you are the youngest CEO of a publicly traded company at the age of 28. I mean, billions of dollars here at stake. You have a lot of risk that you can take, a lot of great ideas that you can put forth. What are your hopes for Hyliion in 18 to 24 months? What would you really like to see for this company now that you've broken ground with this in this way?
Yeah, so we've been fortunate to already start deploying our trucks with some key customers out there like Penske and Ryder, Ideal Lease, Wegmans, whose truck's behind me. And really the goal here is to keep on deploying this technology as well as roll out our newest product, the Hypertruck ERX, which is that fully electric range extended vehicle off of natural gas. And so over the next 24 months here, we're going to be moving that product into commercialization and starting to deploy thousands of units out on the road. And really the goal here is, to get these trucks out on the highway, to get, emission reduction down, or to reduce emissions from the transportation sector. It is the #1 polluter right now. And so to the extent that our vehicles can have an impact on making this a cleaner planet, I mean, that's what's motivating to us. That's why we're doing this.
Those revenue projections to a regular person seem so incredibly exciting but aggressive. Are they realistic?
Yeah, so they are realistic, and one of the key things to note is that we're playing in the commercial vehicle space, right? And when you compare that to passenger car, when Tesla goes and sells a car to an individual, that person is going to drive that car for the next 5 to 7 years, versus in the commercial vehicle space, when you get a fleet to convert over to your technology and that becomes their truck of choice, well, they're going to buy hundreds or thousands of trucks, year after year, right? They're cycling out the old trucks in their fleet and reintroducing new trucks. And so that creates a terrific recurring revenue stream for Hyliion. And so it's a lot easier to scale to higher volume production in the commercial vehicle space because you're going after key fleets who operate thousands of units as opposed to trying to sell to an individual who might just buy one car from you.
Are you working on, you talked about some great partnerships with Penske and Ryder and Wegmans, and I know you're working on more, right? I mean, you're only as good as your last bat, right? Last at bat. So tell me about what you're working on now. Are you working with some other big companies trying to put together some mergers or deals of some sort?
We are. So one of the things that we've recently announced is Agility Global Logistics. It came in and placed a 1,000-unit pre-order with us for our Hypertruck technology. And so next year we'll start delivering trucks to Agility going into production in 2022. And then, we've been taken aback, honestly, by the excitement and interest that we've gotten from fleets just even since we've announced this transaction. And so we're working on deals with them. We're having great discussions. We found that, with all the news going on around electrification, fleets are really looking to dive into an extra layer of detail, which has been fantastic for us because our technology is able to offer them the lowest cost, the lowest emissions, and we're leveraging an infrastructure that's already built out there. And so when a fleet really starts diving into the details, they see that when they compare our technology to a plug-in truck or to a hydrogen fuel cell truck, it really is the easiest technology to implement into their fleet.
All right, and just the last thing, just give us something anecdotal so we can walk away with a little color, like we have a little more understanding of electric vehicles. How is it to drive these things? Is there, you got a water cooler fun fact for me you mentioned Tesla, you mentioned some of the other names. What is just so cool about this?
Yeah, so if you've ever had the chance to drive an electric car, you know that the driving experience is fantastic. You have instant torque, instant acceleration. Our partner's truck here, Wegmans, we were just chatting with them and they were saying that their drivers are telling us that truck performs better than any diesel truck in their fleet, right? And so, that's a fantastic thing from a driver's standpoint. You have, a vehicle that has more horsepower, more torque than before.